Good morning, everybody. Happy Monday. You guys come on in and join me, and let's have a good start to our Monday. I always think taking a little break from your work and sitting down and enjoying some conversation and some art is always a good thing. Oh, good morning, Tina. How are you today? Hi, Anna. Hi, Cindy. Can y'all hear me okay? Always need somebody to tell me, hi, Mara. Hi, Lisa. I'm glad y'all are popping in here. Good morning and happy Monday. We're going to make this a good day. Hi, Mel from Australia, right? Remind me if I'm wrong. Hi, Christy. Happy y'all are here. You know that I'm just on thanks for the hearts. I'm on a glass art kick, and I can't let Easter week go by without doing some glass art with a cross. I think it's so beautiful. And my intent was to do this for Easter, and then I was looking at it thinking, this needs to stay up year round. There's no reason we can't have a beautiful piece of art with a cross year round. So it's really perfect for anybody. It makes a great gift, so don't feel like it's just for Easter. Okay, thank you, Zena. Good morning, Lissa. UK. Okay, sorry, Mill. Oh, thank you. It's a no hair day. It's gonna be 91 in Texas, guys. 91. And I have errands to run, so I was like, I'm not washing my hair this morning. It's just going up. Going up. Thank you, Jean. Guys, when you sprinkle, that helps me so much. I appreciate every one of you. You know I do. I always tell you how much I do. I appreciate it. Hi, Michelle. Hi, Marty. Glad you're here. Hi, Lissa. Okay, awesome, y'all. Thank you for letting me know. It really is, you're just kind of at the mercy. So I'm going to get shared over into the Craft Around the Clock group. And I've got it up in the description of this video if you are watching me on my Art and Grace page. So be sure and go check out that group. It's a free group. I can't remember. I want to say 25,000 in there. It's a big group. And the reason it's so big is because it's so wonderful. There are so many creatives that go live in there every day, Monday through Friday. And you will never lack for something to look at and watch. So be sure you check out that group. Tracy Campbell is amazing and runs it like a charm. I don't know how she does it. None of us know how she does it. We think that she's cloned. So good morning, Amy. Hi, Connie. I'm so glad you ladies are here. Kim, I'm glad you're here too. Guys, I'm sorry if I miss you. I want to go ahead and get started painting so we can do this whole project. So all you're going to do, we can do a beautiful cross. So if you just want to paint a cross, this will be a great way for you to do it. Oh, thanks, Suzanne. Can you see them? I didn't even know if you could see them. Yeah, these are the little bumblebee and flower. My hair's in the way, my little bitty strand of hair. Good morning, Cindy. Hi, Angela. Okay, so we're going to start with just some white and some blue on our brush. And I'm just going to go side to side, back and forth. Sometimes I'll put blue straight like this, and then sometimes I'll add some white. And we're just going to get kind of a really pretty sky going here. And then we'll bring it over to the sides. You always want to continue around the sides if you're not going to frame it. And this has a nice big 1.5 inch frame. It's a wood, it's stretch canvas on a wood frame, and it's really pretty and substantial. So I set these up as little shelf sitters, and really that's where I put them, is on my shelves, like in my living room and things. So like I said, this will be good to keep out year round. I think, I don't wear crosses much, and I'll tell you why, because I don't know if it was my husband or somebody else say, we don't wear, what do you call it, electric chair around our neck, do we? And I was like, ew, well, that's gross. He's like, well, the cross was a torture device, and, we've made it so pretty and so beautiful and all of that, that we forget the impact of the death of Jesus. So anyway, ever since then, it made me really rethink, wearing crosses and things. So anyway, it's a personal thing, I don't have anything against people wearing them. I just was like, you're right. It was so horrific. And we need to remember, especially this week, guys, especially, but all the time, what he sacrificed for us. So if you don't know the story, I challenge you to go read. It's in all of the Gospels. So Matthew, Mark, Luke, or John, but John 20 is kind of the go-to. I just know by heart. That whole chapter will give you the story of Easter. So anyway, I love this easy background for a sky, and it's just giving you kind of the illusion of a sky. It's not perfect, but as you can see, you've got some white, you've got some blue. Can y'all see that okay? Thank you for scattering the seeds. I love that. And Cindy, thank you for sprinkling the love. Hi, Charlotte. That is awesome, guys. I am going to come in here with, excuse me, my same brush. I'm not even cleaning it. And going to grab a little bit of pink. So a little bit of pink, and we're just going to brush that in. And we can tone it down if we need to. So no problem. I'm going to get my brush a little bit wet and grab a little more. And then just kind of brush it in. And then I'm going to touch this yellow that I have. And I'm just going to do that as well. So we're just giving that sky a little bit of, you know, prettiness, like if it was a sunrise. And this is personal preference. You could do a dark sky. You could do a beautiful sunrise, like whatever you want to do. You know, this is just giving you guys an idea of what you can do. Okay, so that's good enough. I'm going to do the ground. So we're going to grab some green. I love showing y'all how easy this type of art is. It makes a big impact. It's beautiful, but yet it's easy and anyone can do it. So don't feel like you can't do it. No hope at all, Lisa. Amen. No hope at all. Oh, Connie. That's cool. Listen, he talks to us all the time. We just have to be open to hear him, right? And I'm going to grab a little brown, a little black. I want my ground down here to be darker at the very bottom and then kind of go up a little bit. Welcome if you're new to my page, because I know some people will watch me through the Craft Around the Clock group. So welcome, welcome. We have a sweet community here, and I have so many sweet ladies that watch and comment. And you know, when I get off, I'll see someone ask me a question while I was looking down and not paying attention, and somebody answered it. So thank you guys for doing that. I love that. You guys know, where to find things. And I do have my website pinned today. I actually thought in advance that if anybody wants to know where I get my products, what products I use, what brushes I like, all of that stuff. When we're a little bit pressed for time, we don't go into as much here as we like to, but all of that you can find on my website, and I've got it pinned, or not pinned, but I've got it in the description of this video. So if you look up and you see that little red live button, you know you're watching me live. But if it's not there, you're watching the replay. But you can still ask me questions if you need to, and I will get you an answer. I'm going to bring it on all the way to the bottom. I want each of these sides of the canvas to have something on it, even though this will be on your surface and it won't show. You know, if I was going to give this as a gift, you just want it to be finished. Okay. So what's the temperature where y'all live? I told you it's going to be 91 today. It's April. Like by the time July rolls around, we're going to be walking on fire or something. I don't know what's going to happen in June and July and August. It's going to just be unbearable. I think we just skipped spring here. Hi, Diane. I'm glad you're here. Hi, Carrie. Thank you. And hi, Becky. Oh, isn't this a pretty green? So this is Kelly green. I use it year round, so it's perfect for Christmas things, but I also just love it for any grass or, things like that. And you can mix with it if you need to, but it's a really, really pretty one. I use Deco Art Americana acrylic paints. And like I said, all my stuff's on my website if you need to find something. Or I do sell, what I'm creating right now is considered a glass art kit, and I do sell them if you want one. Now I don't have them all listed, I'm working on it. So you can always reach out to me and ask me, but anything you see me do, I can send to you in a kit for you to do one. I'm just kind of blending and getting this ground the way I like it. I want it a little bit lighter up here, and then I'm going to kind of come back and pick up some dark. I really want it pretty dark down here at the bottom, so just kind of play with it. Now since it's wet and I'm not taking time to dry it first, it does kind of pick up. And you know, if you don't want to combine the colors and blend, then you would just let it dry, and then do your next layer. Okay, let's dry this, and then we'll be ready to add some. Oh, I need to add across, of course. And then we'll do the glass. Going up to 80 in North Carolina. I'm in Texas. I'm on the border of Burleson and Fort Worth. So South Fort Worth is where I am. Judy. 71 in Louisiana. Jamie, is that the high? 71? That's beautiful. Ooh, 60s is probably nice for you, Christy, especially with sun. Okay, let's do our cross. 34. Wow, and snow. You're still in winter and we're in summer. How weird. That's funny. You guys, thank you for sprinkling on this Monday morning. I appreciate you guys. And there's so much good that comes from this Easter week. So I know life is hard and we all have trials and troubles and lots of prayer requests for friends who are sick or dealing with major issues. But hope. We always have hope. If you know Jesus, you have hope. Okay, just needed to touch that up just a tad. Now let's do a cross. I'm going to get out some brown and a little bit of black. Hive 81. Jamie, where is that? What state? Because 81's good. I'm fine with 80. Once it gets over 80, it's just too hot. North of McKinney, Robbie? Awesome, we're neighbors. Okay, so for our cross, we're just going to do a simple cross that anybody can do. Now, anytime I send a kit out, I do put a tracer with it, just for anybody that needs it, but not everybody wants one, but it'll be in there if you want it. But obviously, this is very simple. You can do without. So we're just going to start here and come down. And this is just my mix of brown and black. Nothing special, just to darken it up. Try to get it straight. Now, when you have a tracer, it will be straight. But I'm just kind of winging this upside down here, so bear with me. It's okay, Christy. You don't have to. I just enjoy, I want y'all to see well and see exactly what I do. So my hand is out of the way. It just works really well for you guys. So I'm going to stick with it as long as I can do it. It can be challenging, but I'm committed. I am committed to making it work. Unless I get some fancy camera system, then you might see me. Now this one's getting wide, I can tell, so I might have to widen my base, but that's okay. Acrylic art is very forgiving, so if I wanted to, I could let this dry and then paint over it or, you know, thin it out to make it thinner, whatever I need to do, but I'm fine with it. Listen, you've heard me say, if you've watched me before, that imperfect art is a great reminder that nobody's perfect. And I said this the other day when I was live. Jesus was perfect, but they killed him. So we need to quit striving for perfect. Do your best, you know, do your best and strive for your best, but we do not need to be perfect. Just enjoy your art, have fun with your art, and you will not be worried so much about the outcome. And you will, you know, you'll love it more. You'll have more fun with it. Now that's getting really fat here, and that's okay. I mean, there's all kinds of crosses. How funny. The more I do, the fatter it's getting. Okay, let's see how that looks. One side is shorter than the other. This is why a tracer does come in handy, isn't it? How's that? Good enough? Let me just turn it and look. It'll be okay. It's not perfect, but I'm serious. I'm okay with that. Watch for the end. You guys hang with me, and when you see the finished product, you'll see why it's okay that it's not perfect. We're going to put glass over this, and it's going to be Amen, Amy. That's right. That's right. Thank you, Brenda, for sprinkling. I appreciate it. Oh, you lived in Arlington? Jamie. That's so cool. I went to school in Arlington. I was the first graduating class of Martin High School, so if that ages me. That was a long time ago. Hi, Brenda. Glad you are here. Thank you. We're going to cover it up with some glass, but that's okay. I am going to take my brush while I'm got my heat blend. Oh, hi, Monica. I'm glad you did too. Awesome. I know it's hard to catch people live, isn't it? You know, so many times we get on right as they end or whatever, so I'm glad. If you're on my text alert, then you get a little text right before I go live, and I did put that link in the description of this video, so I would love to have you guys click the follow button and get on that text alert, and that way you don't miss any of this fun stuff we do. Part of the fun is hanging out in the comments, right? I mean, I enjoy when I'm watching other friends just hanging out in the comments and chit-chatting, and we have a good old time. So I am kind of going back. This is normally you want to get your base coat done well before you do your cross, but I'm kind of going back and trying to cover some spots that I missed by not doing 2 coats, so we'll be okay. Hello, hello. Hi, Deb. Glad you caught it live. You take a hammer to my, what? Oh, to a wood cross? Is that what you mean? Yes, I love that. Oh, Suzanne, happy birthday. Is today the 11th? Is it? Because I remember that your birthday was the 11th. Awesome. Happy birthday. Easter week is such a good week to have a birthday. It's just a good time of the year. We're thinking about Jesus, and I just love that. That's great. Oh, Deborah, how weird. Sorry about that. Thank you, Beth, for sprinkling. Okay, guys, it is super dry. We're going to do our glass. So, first thing first, I want to put some dark down here at the bottom. And if you've watched me do this, it's the same. I like to kind of do it like a mosaic and put the larger pieces at the bottom. Whatever, like when you order an art kit, you'll get a bag of this glass. So you just lay it out, and if you want to do it this way, you just lay it out and use the largest pieces at the bottom. Some people just want to dump it, and that's good. You can do that. It doesn't matter. But I prefer this look because I'm getting it placed exactly where I want it. And for me, it's fun. But I'm sure not everybody wants to sit here and do this. But I do art for the I started art full-time for the relaxation, to help other women relax and learn not to be so hard on themselves with art, because you'll miss out on the blessings of art. I started doing it a lot when my mom had Alzheimer's and was very, very challenging. She was in that terrible state where, if you've had anybody you love with Alzheimer's, it's really a cruel disease, and it helped me so much. Really it was just God that sent it to me, reminded me, do your art. And I would just sit and do art at the end of the day, sometimes at the beginning, just whenever I could squeeze it in, because I worked full-time at the time. And he just used that time, and we would talk and pray, and so it was a combination of him and the art, just growing me and maturing me and helping me see my mom through his eyes, and not be so frustrated, not be so exhausted, not be so, emotional. I mean, I was emotional. Let me back that up. But I don't know. He was helping me just grow up and treat her the way she needed to be treated, with dignity, with, honor. And I want to do that for other people, even if you don't have somebody with Alzheimer's, but just if you're in a stressful situation, stressful work situation or home situation, or, kids that you can't control, whatever it is, to find that art. Oh, y'all, I'm putting too much. Look at me talking. I'm just talking and not paying attention. I want people to find the relaxation that comes with art. And so I like doing and showing this type of easy art that anyone can do. And I mean, you don't have to do this glass part. Just painting a simple scene with a cross you know, will lift you up and lift your spirits. And maybe you want to give one to somebody and lift their spirits. So show your art. Go ahead and put it on your page if you do it. And you don't know who you might be blessing by doing that. What I meant to do was put some of this green on here too. I picked this up at Michael's, and at first I didn't love it. Let me just show you a piece up close because it's got a little bit of glitter on it. I don't know if y'all can see that, but as I've used it, I actually really like it. And I love how it's really rough and tumble. You know, it's very irregular pieces. And so I think it looks really cool on this glass art. So just gonna lay this down. I am placing glass pieces. So these are little reflective glass pieces, beautiful. These come from Amazon. These are from Michael's. And I do have what I use linked on my Amazon store. So if anybody is interested, just go to up here in the description of the video. I put a link to my website, and it's got all the products I use in there. So anyway, if you are stressed out and tired and, you know, maybe you're dealing with something, then try art. Try a little bit of art. Just get a mixed media pad or, you know, a small canvas like this. You can get them at the Dollar Tree. They're, you know, for practicing, they're great. For something like this, I would use a better quality like what I'm using. Okay, so we've got our green. Let's do, for the cross, I'm using this gold. I think it's so pretty on here, and you'll see when I'm done. And the reason it's okay that my cross was so wide is because I can just use these glass and cover it up, and it's going to be gorgeous. So whatever I color, whatever I paint underneath the glass will kind of show through. So I wanted the wood look of the cross. And again, you don't have to be as careful with your placement. I just enjoy, you know, getting it on here the way I want it, like a mosaic. And I've yet to see somebody do it this way, so I like that. I like that this is kind of my little way. And maybe if you try it, you'll do something your way, you know, something even different, more different. Is anybody who's watching really into glass art? I like to have a little tool handy. The little Cricut tool is what I use, or a little pair of tweezers. I don't even see my Cricut tool. I always have it handy, but and you can kind of move these around where you need them. And guys, I will go back and answer every question if you are asking anything. I just, for time's sake, want to stay on task so that I don't run out of time and can show you the whole process. And you'll see me putting these in random places. It's because if I pick up a piece and I can tell it's going to be perfect somewhere, then I'll just put it there. You guys okay? Hi, Jerry. Good to see you. Hello, Patricia from Scarborough, UK. Awesome. Mel's on here as well from there. Or from the UK. Oh, okay. Have a good Monday, Jerry. Did anybody have any special happy news from the weekend or get to do anything? I saw some grandkid pictures. That's always fun. I love looking at what you guys do on the weekends. Mine was very uneventful. I did some art and, you know, just the usual household stuff. And that was really, went to church yesterday and that was about it. Nothing special. Thank you, Connie. Oh, Kristen, that's cool. I'm glad it's your first time. I love showing people. I just enjoy it so much. I do all kind of arts and crafts. I like everything. I really do. I'm just really loving this. And so many people are interested in it, so I just keep showing it. But in my private group, tomorrow we're gonna make bracelets. So I do all kind of things. I used to sell jewelry, like I make and sell my own jewelry, so like all these I've made. And so I'm gonna show them how to do that tomorrow. So I like everything. We are almost done. Once you get all your pieces on here, you're gonna turn it and just kind of look at it from each angle, because you'll be surprised as you turn it, you'll see a spot that needs something. Okay, so I've got it, looks good from here. You do have to be careful because it will, you know, topple over as you turn it if you're not careful. So from this angle, I can see I need to push these together just a bit. But I don't see any big gaps, maybe one here that I might need to fill. And sometimes, like this little piece here, I need to turn around. And this is the fun part for me, y'all. You will not believe how you get lost in it and you forget the time. And that's where the relaxation comes in, because we're stressed because we're overthinking. Does anybody here overthink? And you just, you know, keep playing over the scenario or going through a conversation or whatever it is over and over. When you're doing this, you're focused. You're focused on the art and making something pretty, and you are not focused on whatever the issue is. So it's a nice escape. Okay, there, we are good. So now we are ready for the resin. Let me move my paint because I always end up getting it on myself if I don't move it out of my way. So you also, if you ever get an art kit from me, I will include, I've just got some new gloves in. I will include gloves, these little medicine cups that we use, and all of the glass, the paint brushes. The glass comes in these little packets, so you have the right amount for your project. So this would be what you need for this project. And paint comes in little packets, foil packets, all the colors that you've seen me use. And you, right now, I have you buying the resin because it would be really expensive for me to add resin and the shipping on the resin. So I have you guys just, you know, ordering the resin yourself. But I'm considering trying to put the resin in these foil packets and seeing if I can ship it that way. That would be a game changer. So we will see how that works. You use 1 part resiner and 1 part hardener, and you pour it into your little cup. I just take a piece of a paper towel and wipe the lid, and then I'm going to put the lid on it and I'm going to set it aside over here. And the reason I do that, if you haven't watched me do this yet, is because if a husband comes in, the dog bursts through, or the doorbell rings and I have to step away, then I'm like, wait, which one did I put in here? If they're both sitting here, I'm not going to know. So I know that that one sitting over there is the one I've used. It's a little tip, because it will happen at some point if you do this. But I'm filling it to the line, so it's 1 to 1. If I use a 1/4 ounce of one, I'm going to use a 1/4 ounce of the other. You want it exact. You know, you don't have to freak out, but you do want it to be pretty exact. I mean, it really does need to be, you know. So if you go over on one, go over a little bit on the other. Okay? And we are good. And Art Resin is the brand I use because it's the safest to me. I've done the research, but I want you guys to do your research and use whatever you feel comfortable with. Oh, I don't even need, I'm gonna, because I'm using so little. Oh, and I know Christy's on here. If she's with me, I knew it. Thank you, Christy, you're amazing. She said she's got the time. Hi, Dina, good morning, girl, how are you? I say good morning, I don't know. You're in Kentucky, so yes, it's still morning. We are gonna just pour these together. Because I'm using so little on this size, I can do it in the same cup. But on a larger piece, you would need a larger cup, obviously, to pour the two into and then stir. But this will be fine for such a small amount. We're going to stir for 3 minutes straight. And Christy is keeping my time. She will tell me stop when it's been 3 minutes. And this is how you stir, just a normal, calm stir. You don't whip it. You don't, go really crazy with it. You just stir. And every so often, I'm going to scrape the edges and scrape the bottom so that it's very well. Now, right now, it's very cloudy. And you'll see when we're done in 3 minutes, it will be clear. Okay. Let's see what questions you have or what you're saying. Hi, Tony. Good morning. It got really cloudy here in Texas this morning, but the sun's coming out now, and it's going to be 91. So are y'all having rain where you're at? Yes, yes. Now, I'll tell you, I know how much to use. I can just eyeball it because I've done this a while, but at first, you'll just go to the Art Resin website and plug in what size you're doing. So if you do an 8 by 10, you just plug that in and it calculates it for you and just pops up how much resin you need, how much of each one you're going to use. So it's fantastic. And it is expensive. Resin is an expensive thing to do, but it does go a long way. So this bottle here, I should have broken it out into project, but I bet I've done 20 projects with that one bottle and I still have some. So, it does give you a lot of art for the money. And it is, especially for those of you who sell art, it will, help you earn more money because it's so much nicer than just a painting. A lot of people will pay, a lot of money for it. So it just depends on if you want to invest in that and invest in the supplies and things you need. And that's why the art kits are good. You can try it and you can see if you like it and see if you want to, go down that road. And if you don't, then you don't. But I think on a small project like this, I can send this in the packets. I think it's going to work great. And there's no harm in trying because I can double bag it. So even if it did leak, which it should not, then it would be inside another sealed baggie. And on the resin, I would use the ones I have that are very high quality, so it wouldn't. Sandra, I get it on Amazon, or you can go to the Art Resin store. Art Resin store will be a couple of dollars cheaper, probably. I do Amazon a lot because I forget, and I'm like, oh no, I need to order resin. So, but the Art Resin store would be probably a couple of dollars cheaper, but it takes longer to get to you. That's why I like Amazon, because you get it the next day. Glass beads. Yes, I have, Monica. I've used glass beads. They work great. I don't like the holes. That's my only problem with glass beads. I don't like the holes in them. So I just like to use glass. But yes, you can resin anything. You can resin anything. Oh, hi, Cecile. Thank you. 86, Michelle. That's hot, isn't it? I see somebody's needing prayers. I will go back and read for sure. I love beautiful Monday morning. Oh, stop. Okay, Christy, thank you. Thank you, thank you. So here we go, and it's clear. There are bubbles. That's okay. We're going to get them out. No big deal. The more careful you are with stirring, the less bubbles, but I've done it all kind of ways, and it's not going to hurt a thing to have some bubbles. I'll get them out. Okay, so I'm drizzling over my pieces, and as long as resin touches each piece, in some way, it's not going to go anywhere. It will be secure. So you don't have to worry. Once you get the resin on there and it dries, it's there for life. So I just drizzle over all of these pieces, and I'm just using my stick so I can control how much. I don't want to pour and have the possibility of just flooding it. I don't like that at all, and it's a waste of your product. The way I do it, you're using the least amount of product, but getting a complete resin piece. And again, I don't have all my pieces listed, so just send me a message if you're interested in one, and I will tell you what I have and show you pictures, and they're on my page. And then I'm going to take my stick and just kind of move this resin around to where it's, you know, a pretty smooth surface. It is self-leveling, so as long as it's on a level surface, it's going to be fine. It will all kind of move around where it needs to go. But I definitely recommend doing this process just to be sure that you have all of it covered and no, you know, little places that after you've done it a couple of times, you'll see what I'm talking about. Little places that look a little bit like they were skipped. So by putting it on and kind of spreading it to each, you know, little place, you'll have great coverage. I'm going to bring this all the way to the edge, but not go over. So I'm just pulling it to the edge. And now I don't have to worry about it dripping off the sides. If you just pour a lot of resin, you're going to have it dripping off the sides, and which is messy. And to me, it's just a waste of product. So by doing it this way and just kind of pulling it to the sides, you're using the minimal amount, but you're still getting the absolute same coverage. And I'm all about saving money. And the sticks included in the kit. I think that we can get that resin in there, and I think you guys would be set to try it for sure. But so far, the kits I've sent out have been, you know, just without the resin. That comes with everything you need except for the resin. Is there anybody on here that has tried one of the kits? Okay, I think we've about got it. I'm gonna, again, you just kind of look at it in the light, so move around if you have to with your, you know, piece and with yourself so that you can see if all of it is covered. And for this one, it is. I'm just lightly going over this glass because you can do it, you know, many different ways. I kind of like to make sure there's not a big bubble of resin on top of a piece of glass. Okay, so that's good. Look at how much we have left, y'all. Do you see that? Plenty left, so I'm going to use it on something I have sitting over here. But you've got about 30 to 40 minutes to work with it. So if you have other things that you want to resin, now's a good time to do it. I'm going to take my heat gun and I'm going to pop any bubbles. Don't hold it too long in the same space. Keep it moving. Let me hold it up for you. Can y'all see? Always takes me a second to see what you're seeing on. What about the bottom? I have put resin all over the whole top. I don't have to do anything to the sides. Now, if you want resin on the sides, you can. You can have it, you know, come over and drip all the way over all the sides. It's just very messy. So I leave it just like this. Now, if you want to go back and add triple thick to the sides so that it's glassy also, but I think this looks good, and I'll show you some that are finished. Thank you, Michelle. Let's see. Oh, well, here's one. So here's a finished one, and this resin's all dry, so it's totally finished. And isn't that gold pretty on that cross? So you can see the wood through, but the sides are just plain, and I think it looks great. I mean, it looks really pretty sitting on the shelf sitter. So that's what it will look like when it's finished. And we have time, y'all. I can show you a couple more. Let's see what I can reach. There's a sunflower. Love that with the teal and the yellow. We're doing sunflowers for Ukraine, you know. Let me grab a butterfly. I've done several butterflies and sold a lot of these kits, so I didn't know if anybody would be on here that has done one. But these are really pretty. I have a beautiful Mother's Day coming up and a beach. Let's see if you can see it this way. Okay, do you see, well, with my gloved hand, do you see the beach right there? That is coming up, as well as a Mother's Day one. And the Mother's Day is not over there, but anyway, lots of fun stuff coming up. So you guys, also in the description of the video, I did add my text alerts. So get on there and then follow me if you enjoy art and easy art, because I teach a lot of easy paintings. Thank you, Christy. The name of the resin is Art Resin. This is the brand, Art Resin. And just look at their website and read over it. And then if you're looking at another brand, read over the safety data sheet is what it's called. And just be sure that what you're using is non-toxic. The smell is not going to overwhelm you. I have major aversion to perfumes and things. Like, I can walk in a room and immediately get a headache if I smell something really strong or a cologne. So thank you, Tony. Yes, Michelle, it's in that description. It is the @ Art Grace TX, and you send that to 81010. Yes. I wouldn't let kids use it personally. I wouldn't, because it is an adult product. It is, if you were to get it on your hands or on your skin, you don't want to do that. That's why you must wear gloves. In fact, you really should wear gloves when you handle the glass, because it can cut you and it can cut kids. So I don't recommend it for kids. Although technically it would be safe, but I wouldn't recommend it. Anybody have any questions? Oh, thanks, Lori. Thank you, Christy and Suzanne. You guys are awesome. Thanks, Diane. I'm going to hit it again because your little air bubbles will kind of continue to come up. So I'm going to be sure I have them out. Now, at this point, I can set it over. I've got a shelf over here that I use, and I've used a level to make sure it's level. And I'll put it up on something, because even though I don't use enough resin for it to go over, it's just become my habit to have it up so that if any did drip, it's not going to stick the project to the paper that it's sitting on. So now it's raised up and it will just drip off. But I just prefer the technique where you bring it to the edges but don't go over. Look at that, y'all. We have 68 friends. Thank you guys for sprinkling and getting this out there. I would love for more people to see how to do this, because it can be really easy. Hi, Monica. Glad you guys are here. Thank you for the stars, Christy. I appreciate that so much. You know, when we get stars money from Facebook, we usually, or at least I am going straight to my Amazon cart and ordering something. It's so fun. So thank y'all for that. Thank you, Monica. I appreciate it. Hi, Aracelis. Thank you, Linda Sue. Y'all are awesome. So I'm going to go, guys. Also in the description of this video is Craft Round the Clock link. So go and see the other creatives and see what they've got in store for you. Y'all have a great day. Happy Monday, and come back and see me another day. Bye.